Don't drag. That's what we're praying for anyway.
That sucker's big. Boom, there he is.
Oh my gosh, that is so exciting. Alright guys, it's turning out to be a pretty good morning this morning. We came over here to my farm in Arkansas again because we knew that the second week of December is really a good week for the bucks to be cruising, maybe even chasing. So we came in here and hung this set yesterday, and already this morning we've seen a young buck right after daylight. I'm not real sure if we got clear footage of him or not. But then a little bit ago, I had a doe, a little small doe, come through about 30 yards. So we're just hoping that we can get a buck cruising through this funnel right here. We've hunted here a couple of times already this year, and we've had deer come funneling right through here, so we know it's a travel route. So we just gotta patiently wait for a good buck to come through. So maybe it'll happen today, but it's shaping up to be a pretty good morning. He's just sitting there looking at that doe. He's just with that doe. There she goes. She's running. Oh, there he goes. Yes, that's a good buck, too, son. That's a good buck. Look like a 10-point, man. Big body. Yes, right here on my own property, son. Yes. All right, guys. Here's the deal. The worst nightmare that could ever happen to a self-filmer just happened to me. And I'll explain it to you in just a few minutes. When I find this deer that I just shot a good buck right here on my own property in Arkansas, and I am pumped. The only problem is it's not recorded. And I'll explain that to you when I find the deer. So let's look for some blood and see if we can't find it. I thought I heard him crash earlier, so I know he's out here somewhere. I hit him kind of high, so, I mean, it was double long, but it was high to where it may not bleed right off the bat. So, I'm gonna slip up here and see if we can't just see him. Maybe I'll run across some blood. I am going across the trail to him, or at least close to it anyway. Man, look at this blood. Look at this blood. That's what you want to see right there. That is straight up long blood. It can't be much further. Yes. I see him. I see him. He ran right by this old home place and he died right on the trail. Right on the trail. Walking in. Look, there's a scrape right here. He's probably the one that made that scrape, but he won't make it no more. Let's go get this dude. He's a good buck. I can see him. Looks like he's about 17 wide. He's a good buck. Yes, son, I'm so pumped. He's a bad joker. Bad joker. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, he is a stud, puppy. Oh my, he is a good buck. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got to love that, son. You got to love it. Let me get him all tagged up, and I'll tell you the story about it in a minute.
All right, well, here we are with a successful kill this morning here on my property in Arkansas, and I'm just gonna have to apologize because I didn't get the kill shot on video, and it wasn't because I didn't try and have the camera pointed in that right direction. I did, but I've got a short in my record button that I should have fixed a long time ago, and it happened so fast I pushed record but it didn't record, and so I do apologize for that. But I'll just tell you what happened. We got in here this morning, set the stand yesterday, and didn't see anything yesterday when we hunted. Came in early this morning to cut some limbs and clear out some lanes, and right after daylight we saw a buck come through. Not this buck, but another buck come through. We grunted at him trying to get him to come in. He never did. About 30 minutes later we had a doe come through, and she passed by right in front of us about 30 yards. Got footage of that. Probably 15-20 minutes later, maybe 30 minutes later, I hear something to my left, and I turn and look, and it's this buck. And I grunt at him trying to get him to come in, and he's looking at me and looking my way, but I notice that there's two does in front of him, so he has his mind and eyes on them too. And so one of the does just kind of peeled back toward my right, and he came barreling through the woods, running straight toward me, and he just stopped. I didn't have to grunt or nothing. He just stopped at 30 yards, kind of quartering to, and I double lunged that sucker. I heard him crash, and he didn't go about 60 yards, and so here we are again with another successful buck. That makes 3 bucks for me this year, one in Texas, one in Kansas, and one in Arkansas. So I guess for the rest of the year, I'll be recurve hunting. But anyway, I'm super excited about this deer, thankful to get him, and Hunter's here to help me load him up, and we're gonna get out of here and get him cleaned up. So anyway, stay tuned for more Hunt Real Outdoors.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the episode this morning. I'm sitting here in the stand, same stand where I shot that deer last week, and I'm reliving that moment in my mind as I'm sitting up here waiting on deer to show up. And of course, we didn't have any deer show up this morning, and we're about to get down. But you know, as I was thinking about that little mishap with the record button, I got to thinking about how real that is. I mean, we want to show you guys everything, and sometimes it just doesn't work out. And whether it's our mistake or just the animal doesn't do right, it just doesn't work out. But I'm reminded that the Bible teaches us in John 10:10 that Jesus came to give us life, and he came to give us life abundantly. That abundant life doesn't mean that everything's going to go right, but it does mean that he's with us always, even when things don't go right. And so something as simple as a record button not working teaches us a valuable lesson in life, in that sometimes good things happen, sometimes bad things happen, but God is working all of those things out for our good and his glory. And we just have to enjoy the journey, even if sometimes it doesn't go our way. We still know that God is on his throne, and we get to serve him and get to know him, and so I'm so grateful for that. So anyway, thanks for watching the show today, and we look forward to bringing you some more videos here on Hunt Real Outdoors.